the alliance of greed and pain. As Redbeard, the captain of the pirates of Stormreach, entered the nunnery of pain, he was greeted with skeptical looks from the sisters. These holy warriors were known for their extreme devotion and self-inflicted suffering, and they were not accustomed to dealing with outsiders, let alone pirates. To male eyes, the nunnery of pain was a grim, foreboding place, nestled deep in the heart of the Shadow Heights. It was said that the sisters of pain, who lived there, were the handmaidens of the goddess of death, and that they had the power to reap the souls of the living. Male visitors were typically met with cold, unfriendly receptions, as many had met their demise at the hands of the sisters. The walls of the nunnery were adorned with the skulls of those who had crossed the sisters, a warning to any who dared to enter their domain. Despite this, Redbeard, the notorious pirate captain, was undaunted. He was a seasoned negotiator, and he knew that he needed the sisters' help in order to defeat the dark mages and the undead androids that had been plaguing the land. He had approached the Mother Superior, the leader of the sisters, with a proposition. The chapel of the Nunnery of Pain was a solemn, quiet place, with stone walls and floors and rows of wooden pews. The only light came from the stained glass windows, casting a faint, colorful glow over the scene. Redbeard, the rough and rugged pirate captain, stood awkwardly in the center of the chapel, shifting his weight from one foot to the other as he waited for the mother and other sisters to arrive. He was a tall, broad-shouldered man with a rough, weather-beaten face, and his long beard was braided and adorned with beads and charms. The mother was a severe-looking woman with a sharp, angular face and piercing eyes. She wore the plain robes of a nun, but there was a sense of authority about her that seemed to radiate from within. She was accompanied by Maria and Giselle, two of the sisters of pain. Both women were tall and slender, with dark hair and cold, calculating eyes. They wore the black robes of their order, adorned with silver symbols of the goddess of death. As the four of them stood there, facing each other in the quiet chapel, it was clear that there was tension in the air. Redbeard's eyes flicked back and forth between the mother and the sisters, as if he was trying to gauge their reactions to his presence. The mother's face was impassive, but Maria and Giselle both looked at him with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion. It was clear that they were not used to male visitors in the Nunnery of Pain, and many of those who had come before Redbeard had not left the same way they arrived. The mother, sisters, and Redbeard engaged in a heated discussion. Mother Superior, the undead androids have been denied the ultimate blessing of death, and it is our duty to bring them to their final rest. Redbeard, I understand your desire to see these creatures put to rest, but it won't be easy. The androids guard the isle fiercely, and I don't know if my men and I alone will be enough to take them on. Sister Maria, we are skilled warriors, Captain. The Sisters of Pain are more than capable of handling these undead creatures. Mother Superior, and with your knowledge of the isle's location, Captain, we may be able to catch the androids off guard and strike quickly. Redbeard, I'm not going to lie, I'm not doing this just for the cause. I've heard rumors of a treasure on that isle and I want a share of it. Mother Superior, we are aware of the rumors, Captain. But our primary focus is to rid the world of this evil and restore balance. If we happen to find treasure in the process, then that is a bonus. Redbeard, fine, I'll accept that. But just so we're clear, I won't back down on my share of any treasure we find. We'll sail to the isle and see what we can do. But I'm warning you, it won't be easy. Sister, Saint Giselle, we are prepared for any challenge, Captain. Let us bring the androids the final blessing of death and restore balance to the world. Mother Superior, thank you for your help, Captain. We will work together to rid the world of this evil. The Mother Superior spoke of the importance of their mission, reminding Redbeard that the androids are not just mindless creatures, but former mortals who have been twisted and manipulated by the dark mages. She urged Redbeard to see the value in their cause, and to help them bring an end to the suffering of the androids. Redbeard, although skeptical, was moved by the sisters' conviction and agreed to join forces with them. Redbeard stood before the mother and the sisters of pain, his rough appearance and unruly hair standing in stark contrast to the serene and holy atmosphere of the nunnery. He cleared his throat, trying to shake off the nerves that threatened to betray him. I, Redbeard, captain of the Ariadne's Fury, pledge myself and my crew to the service of the Sisters of Pain, he said, his voice a low rumble. We will assist in your quest to bring the undead androids to their final rest, and do all that is necessary to stop the dark mages from using the throne of the eternal darkness for their twisted purposes. The mother nodded gravely, her eyes fixed on Redbeard. Your pledge is accepted, Captain Redbeard. But be warned, many men before you have entered these walls and had their souls reaped for their sins. Do not let your greed or your pride lead you astray, or you may meet the same fate. Redbeard nodded, understanding the gravity of the mother's words. He had no intention of betraying the sisters, but he knew that the journey ahead would not be easy. He squared his shoulders and prepared to face whatever challenges come his way. The Mother Superior had listened carefully to Redbeard's words, and she saw the determination and sincerity in his eyes. She knew that the pirates would be a valuable ally in the fight against the undead androids and their masters, the Dark Mages, and she agreed to form an uneasy alliance with them. Thus, the pirates of Stormreach and the Sisters of Pain joined forces, setting out to the Isle of Undead Androids to take on the Dark Mages and the undead in a final, epic battle. Despite their differences, they knew that they needed each other in order to succeed, and they were prepared to fight together in order to bring an end to the terror and darkness.